Media Relations. He was appointed to Tulane in July of 2006. He oversees and manages all aspects of the Tulane Athletics Communication Office and deals directly with Greenway football. Tulane will play at East Carolina this Saturday in Conference USA play. Please give a warm quarterback club welcome to Rodger Dunaway of Tulane University. Rodger.
Thanks, Kenny. It's great to be back at the Quarterback Club. This is my third time to speak in front of you. Evidently, I must have done well the previous two times to get invited back. Before I really get started here, I want to introduce a member of my staff who somehow got out of work today. Brian Miller is my associate director. Many of you might know Brian from, he spent several years at LSU. He is in his third year at Tulane. If you follow Tulane athletics or Tulane football, if you're a fan, you know the last 3 weeks have been anything but routine for us. Just to give you a quick recap, at one point a couple weeks ago we were was mentioned by national media as being a candidate for expansion for the Big 12. Our own league, Conference USA, merged with the Mountain West Conference to form a 22-team football alliance. Our stadium changed names, our head coach resigned, and now we're under the direction of an interim head coach. So that's kind of what we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks. We're now 2-6, 1-3 overall in Conference USA play. We have East Carolina this week. Last Tuesday, Coach Toledo resigned. Mark Hudson, our offensive line coach, co-offensive coordinator, was named the interim coach. Now, if it seems strange to you, one of the biggest reasons that I would imagine he got tabbed as the interim is because he's done this before. In 2006, in Eastern Illinois, their head coach became ill. Mark was tabbed to lead the team throughout the season. They played 13 games that season, won 8, were conference co-champions, and were nationally ranked again in Eastern Illinois. So he's more than capable of doing it. This is with a 2-6 record through 8 games. I might have painted a little bit of a doom and gloom picture, but this next stretch, we're getting ready to play 4 of our last 5 games of the regular season on the road. So it's going to be tough for us with the interim coach. Mark's a great guy. I've known him for about 11 years. He's a solid coach. I think he'll do a good job of leading our staff and our players through this time under these circumstances. We've got individual players, several of them from Endicott that have great players this year. Orleans Dark was our running back. Right now he leads us in rushing and receiving. Trent Mackey's a linebacker from Port Sulphur. He ranks 2nd in our conference and 5th nationally in tackles. Ryan Travis is a cornerback. He ranks 1st in our conference and 5th in the nation in interceptions. And then we have Desmond Moses, who is from New Jersey, transferred here. He's one of our conference's leading tackles for loss and sacks leaders. And then Robert Kelly, can't leave him out, from Old Perry Walker. Throughout this season, from really the first game, has led our conference in all-purpose yards. And next week, he will break our single-season record for kickoff returns and kickoff return yards. He's also spent some time at running back for us. Obviously, with an interim coach, we're looking for a head coach. This is a very important time for our football program. Last week, we had a press conference at the Wilson Center talking about Coach Toledo's resignation and introducing Coach Mark Hudson. During the press conference, I noticed that Ed Daniels, our own speaker today, didn't ask a question, and that's unlike him. Usually at most press conferences, he asks a question. So I asked him when the press conference was over if everything was all right. He said, "Raj, I've seen this many times," and I think he threw out a number, and I don't remember how many it was, but it was too many. So to all of you and to Ed, whoever we hire and whenever that person is in position, I hope that we go a long time without talking about a vacancy for the Tulane head football coach. Getting back to our schedule, we have East Carolina this week, go on the road to SMU next week, come home to face Houston, who's nationally ranked, and our final home game on a Thursday night. Then we go to Rice, and then we go to Hawaii. Now, while the Hawaii game may seem like a great trip, let me tell you something. If you've ever been out there to play a game, you're 14 points behind when you get off the plane. That's a fact. For basketball or football, you're already behind. So we've got our work cut out for us, but we think Mark Hudson's going to do a great job for us. The last thing I want to talk to you about today is the Final Four. The men's Final Four will be coming to New Orleans next March. This will be the 5th time the city has hosted the event. I'm the local media coordinator for the event. Tulane's the host institution. We've partnered with the All-State Sugar Bowl and the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. And if you follow basketball at all, you know that the 4 previous Final Fours have been some of the best in NCAA history. And as a group, as a collective group, as a city, as a community, we need to make sure that this year we add a 5th chapter to that. So we're hoping for a great turnout. We're hoping for great community support. A lot has changed since the city first hosted the event in 1982. Everybody knows there's going to be 3 games to determine the next national champion, but there's a lot more community events. Basically, 5 or 6 days out of the first game, there's events every day for the community. Now, while everybody can't go to the games, the New Orleans community, the Gulf Coast region can see this, can be a part of the experience. And once we launch our PR campaigns, we've already kind of formulated them and got them started. We're going to need everybody's help in getting the word out, because it's kind of a tradition down here for people to say, oh, I didn't know about it. Well, we need to make sure that doesn't happen this year. Some of the events are the Big Dance, which is a concert series that started here in New Orleans. The last time we hosted the Final Four in 2003. They have great headliners. We'll have some local bands this year. That'll happen at Waldenburg Park. The Bracket Town will take place at the Convention Center. There's a Salute, which will also be at the Convention Center. On Sunday, there's the Little Dribblers. If you can picture this, last year in Houston, 4,000 kids dribbling basketballs in downtown Houston. And there's a great community events that go on, community service events in and throughout the city. But it gives everyone in the community an opportunity to be involved. A lot of the events are free, but again, they can come on Final Four Friday. That's probably one of the best ones for the community. Come to the Superdome, park for free, go in, spend all day watching all 4 of the championship teams practicing, get to see them in person, get to hang out at the Dome. It's a great opportunity for people to become a part of the experience. Not everybody can go, but they can be a part of it. And again, we're going to need your help in spreading the word. Any questions? No? Mr. Shelley, you have a question? No?
It's not on, Stan. It's not on. You gotta turn it on.
Oh, great game by the Saints. I think everybody can agree with that, huh? All right, if no one has questions, great group today. All right, thanks for your time and thanks for having me, Ken.